Excellent.
Oh, give me just 1 second to get over there, my friends. Hello, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's me. With all my stuff. We may have some technical difficulties today because I'm doing a new thing. Let me know if things sound really bad or if things sound weird. Will you do that for me, chat? Oh. Hello, everyone. Actual Dracula. Absurd. Connor. Greg. Jack. Sandy, nice to meet you a few days ago. West Coast Avengers, hello. Don't mind my Apple sticker on my shirt here. Cosmic Crisp, my favorite apple. Sound is clear. Yes. Philip, John, Ross, Greg. Yes, I'm rocking the headphones today because I have a special guest with us today. Everyone, please say hello. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Hold on. I'm sorry, Jake. I forgot your name for like a few seconds.
You're mind blanked out. You've been trying to set up this stream like an hour.
Please
It's
welcome, please welcome Jake Smith, everyone, to
Hello.
the channel.
Hey, how's it going? That was funny. That was good.
Sorry.
That's a good way to start.
Believe
You're like,
it,
my God, I'm well esteemed. I wish you just had never brought up my name. Somehow just danced around it. I brought up this fella. You know who he is.
Sorry, it's been a long week. It's been not a good day. If I'm totally honest. No, it's okay.
No.
Well, there are days like that. But
yeah.
I think you can vouch for the chat that like I do actually know who you are, and we've talked a bunch, and I do know your name.
Yeah, no, I'm not offended at all. Like I've had that. We've all had those days. Yes, I forgive you.
All right, so Jake, I have your art on my wall. And I thought
show it to me. Oh wait, well you're not.
Cool. Yeah, you can't see, but sorry. So
I can't see it. Dang. Maybe I should pull the YouTube open and then I can see what you're drawing.
Yeah,
too.
If you pull the YouTube up and mute it.
Yeah.
So I have.
Let me find it.
The original art for. Is this issue 3? I think this is issue 3 that you did.
Yes. Is it the Venganza wrestling move? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Is, the original, and so there's a saga to this original story, and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh yeah.
So I hadn't messaged. I should have messaged you about the original art because I love this cover so much. I do a Powerbomb variant for issue 3, and I should have reached out immediately, but I just didn't. And then I saw it on your Instagram stories for sale, and I was like, oh my god, I'll buy that. And it was too late. You had already sent it out to the buyer, and I was devastated. So then the buyer reached out to me and was like, hey, if you do me a commission, I'll trade this for you. And I totally did. I drew him a Daredevil commission. He's in Europe.
Wow. So he kind of made money in that deal.
I mean, I guess that's technically true, but it's all good.
Technically.
I was happy.
Because you asked me how much I sold it for, and I was like, this much. And you were like, wow, you really didn't sell it for as much as it was worth. I was like, no. And then you're like, I got it. And I was like, oh, shit, I should have just sold it directly to you, probably for more. But I've used that, what you said about that in the future, and now I feel like I am charging an appropriate amount for my things. And so thank you for that. I needed to learn the hard way.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay. Hard way happens sometimes. It's all good.
Dude, yeah. It's the only way I learn, I've realized, is real things have to happen. And then I'm like, because I'll tell myself over and over again, you should charge more. And then that happened. And I was like, no, literally, see, this feeling you're having, this is why. Don't let this happen again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and Greg, you know, Bamboozled. I mean, I know the guy. He's
Bamboozled is a good word.
the guy that asked for the commission. Like, he just knew that I wanted it, and so I didn't feel bad. You know, if I didn't
Oh
have
no,
time to do a commission, I wouldn't have done it. So
he knew how to get you. He
he
was a
he
good sales tag.
he
He's like,
got
I know
me.
you
Yeah,
want this.
it's all good. You
Yeah,
know. Well, and also I think
yeah.
I highly doubt this person like bought your art to try and get me to do a commission. I don't think that's what
He
that.
probably bought it and then saw my story and then saw. I don't know how he knew you wanted it. I just know you DM'd me, but he probably saw. He was like,
I also may have
Daniel wants
I
this.
also may have mentioned it on um I may have mentioned it on YouTube or something because I know he watches. So
Yeah, he probably heard it and he was like, I can hear the wanting in Daniel's voice right now.
no, I think that's because I said I wanted this and I don't have it.
Yeah, something tells me he wants this. I can't tell. Well, maybe it's because he said he wants it. No, I mean anyone can say that. You have to feel it.
Okay, so there's a reason that you're here. Um,
Yes.
and chat, bear with us. You know, we have some talking to do. I hope everybody's doing well. I will maybe try and draw for a little bit after we talk for a little bit, me and Jake. But um, Jake has a new book out, and
Yes. Coming
I
out.
sorry, coming out. Yes,
Yes.
I now
It's not out now.
I have the. I'm just making sure that this is all. Just making. I have it on my iPad out. So Jake, I know you can't see, but we have the first page of your pitch doc that you sent me. This is
Yes.
Robo Wolf, correct?
Yes. Robo Wolf.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just need to say something, okay?
Yes.
The logo. I love this logo.
Oh, I have altered it. That is a very old cover. That is the pitch cover. It is a
Okay.
completely new cover now. Maybe I can send that to you because it's actually cool. Because the book I came up with the idea like 4 years ago. It's a fake video game in the world of my other comic book, Blood Force Trauma, and from that I made a whole book out of it. And so it's an updated cover, updated logo. It's not crazy different. The B is just changed on the new logo, so it's clearer and easier to
That's
make
what I
sure
was.
that it's a
That's totally what I was gonna say. I was like gonna casually
yeah.
call you out in front of all my viewers and say that this logo needs to be changed.
No, it's the first note I got from a friend of mine, Buster Moody. He said, "Hey man, the I can't read that this is Robo Wolf." So I changed the B, and so the B is much more readable. Um,
Well,
I'm gonna
that's good.
send you the new cover because this is the one they're using everywhere. But yes, but the
This
and
is
then the pitch pages
this is a sweet
so
cover. Don't
have
get
been
me wrong.
altered.
This cover is
Oh
sweet.
no, let me show you the new one because this is that one in comparison is uh is crazy.
I
Let me show
will
you.
also.
It's fun to see it side by side
I'll
and be
sh-
like, oh,
I'll show that cover in a second. Here we've got the
here,
first page of this new pitch of the pitch doc that I'm showing you, that I'm showing to people,
cool.
and this
Yeah. So,
detail is awesome. This is really hot.
oh, thank you. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you color this yourself?
Yes, I'm doing everything on it. I'm lettering it, coloring it, doing everything.
Wow.
So what's cool about the pitch, people see it here when it comes out, they'll get to see the differences because I'm using some of these pages and tweaking it. You know, it's like 2 years ago I pitched this, so I feel like, and I did Godzilla last year since I did that book. I feel like I have improved a lot. So some things are changed and some things are different, but it'll be cool for people to see what I kept and what I altered.
When does this book come out?
So it drops May 21st from Dark Horse.
This is amazing.
It's about a cyborg wolf man who's a bank robber. Him and his crew are bank robbers, and his wolf daughter gets kidnapped and held for ransom. So they have to rob a bank one final time to get the money, and then they've got to get the money across this crazy town filled with like thugs and like ruthless like 80s style gangs and stuff. So it's just kind of an homage to like Streets of Rage and 80s beat 'em up games and but also like 80s action movies kind of rolled in there, like Speed and uh, Rambo and RoboCop.
Dude, this is awesome.
Thanks, man.
It's crazy.
Thank you. No, yeah. That page is not changed. That page is in the book.
I
I'm
was gonna say.
happy to say.
I hope it's not. I love this. Like, just so I'm looking at this, like the bullet casings coming out of the Uzis here, and like
Yeah,
I love how they're super close together here, and then they get like
yeah.
yeah, it's really cool, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh,
I,
first person shot.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
I'm on the stream, so I'm like behind you a little bit. So I'm looking at the 2-page spread, and then
so okay,
yeah, so
this POV shot.
yeah, so them shooting at the cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that
I
one.
won't lie to you. I'm probably gonna steal this shot.
Do it, dude. It was a weird, kind of hard one to work out because the arm placement, like in my brain, I'm like that literally wouldn't be how that would work at
Sure.
all.
Oh,
But
no way.
I gotta fudge it a little bit.
Yeah, well, that it's just the famous Kirby saying. It's not correct. It's just right.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can feel, I could feel it go, and I was like, okay, now it's right. Like when you can use rules like anatomy and be like, okay, his arms would be here, but then you've got to just do it enough until it clicks, and you go, okay, that to a reader feels correct. It does. It's not, and I know it's not, but
Right.
it feels right. Yeah.
Also, I love. I don't know what the official name of these guns are. That's not a Mac 10, right? That's just like an Uzi.
Oh, Mac. Yeah, it's a Mac 10.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I like how guns look, but I don't know much about them.
Yeah, I only know that because I have a folder called Mac 10 reference because those are his main guns. The other guns, like the one Lance is holding, the skeleton guy, I don't know what that's called.
Okay.
And then a lot of the guns later in the book end up just being combinations of ones I've kind of made up
So
in my head.
you heard it here, fellas. You heard it here, my friends. This artist, this writer artist, has a folder called Mac 10s. Okay, that's all you need to know. There's all the. He takes
If
it
anyone
seriously.
finds it, yeah. I thought you were going with it. But if anyone finds my folder just labeled Mac 10, don't think I'm a crazy person. You're like, who is this guy? He's just got folders of guns, hundreds and hundreds.
This is awesome. Great name, VCR.
But I dropped you that cover, and it would be cool to show it side by side by the old one to actually, because I don't know if you're like me, but I don't think I'm improving that much until I literally go, okay, let's look at old art today, and then I'm like, oh my god, because at the time you think whatever piece you did, if I did my best that day, I go, this is the best thing I've done.
Sure.
I can't imagine it getting better than this. And then like a year later, you go, I can't believe I thought that was good. You know what I mean?
Here is the official new cover. I think this cover looks awesome. I can tell your style has changed a little bit. It hasn't really changed. It's just like I can see little changes in the line making, not in a good way or a bad way. Honestly, it just looks a little different. Because
It's probably more to my liking. I guess.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But I like both covers. I really do.
Oh, thank you.
And this looks like an issue 1 cover, man, and it's really fun.
Oh, thanks, man.
It looks really good, and you did it
thank
all,
you.
man. You did it all.
Yeah.
Are you tired?
Yeah, I'm really tired. One of these days, I was telling you before, I'm gonna get a colorist. Even on Godzilla, I had to get a colorist because of the deadlines, and I told her do it exactly how the first issue was because I colored that one, and I just for continuity I didn't want it to change, but I wish she had just colored it from the beginning and tried not to emulate what I was doing because it was like her trying to fit into a bubble, and the colors turned out like I can't even look at pages I don't color, and I'm too OCD about it, I guess.
Sure.
I want to be able to turn it over to a colorist who gets me, and they go, here, And then I'm like, I didn't have to spend an extra 3 weeks coloring it. But until then, I think I'm doing all right with this one. Um, does that logo look better?
The logo looks better.
Okay.
Yes, good job.
No, I'm glad we changed that. That was like a note I got, and I was like, really? Because I think I've been looking at it so much. I was like, it looks like it to me. And then he said that, and when I changed it, every comment I got from friends was like, "I'm so glad you changed that B." And I was like, you didn't tell me before?" And they were like, "No, I couldn't bring myself to tell you."
Okay, well, the next time you want to talk about your book, just bring on your pitch document, and I'll just tell you all the things you need to change on live television.
Yeah. No. Yes. You're very honest, and it's good.
Well,
We need that.
it can be a bit of a problem. It gets me in trouble
We need that in the
sometimes,
world
but
today. Also, I just finally picked up all of The Moon is Following Us. I could not find it at the comic shop because they would sell out, and
sure.
I just read the first five out. Is six out? It's just five, right?
Six just came out last week.
Yes, last week. Okay, I've only read the first five, but it is amazing, dude. It's so fucking good.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate
I didn't know
that.
you were tag team drawing it with Riley, and when I got to the end of the first one, I was like, "Dang, there's Daniel Pages in this," and the way it jumps between when you have another book that changes artists, it always bugs me. But because there's a story reason it changes, it literally feels like you drew the whole book and Riley drew the whole book at the same time.
That's
I don't know
exactly
if that
what we
makes
were
sense.
going for. We were going for like a symbiotic kind of relationship.
Well, and it works, and they've done that in other books, I think, where the art changes depending on what's happening. But in this book, I'm literally reading Riley pages, going, "Daniel drew these." He didn't, but it feels like he kind of did. You know what I mean?
Also, to Riley's credit, he is kind of
But
channeling.
also,
He's channeling my spirit. Like he's kind of like
yeah,
every once in a while, maybe a few times an issue in the script, I'll have like a little, I'll do like a little thumbnail drawing, whatever, right? And I just, oh my gosh, I'm not showing what I'm drawing. I'm working on. I'm sorry. Hold on. There we go. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. Oh, I did it again. Hit the button. Sorry. I've been drawing Robo Wolf, and nobody's even seeing it because I didn't switch the camera. Sorry,
okay,
everybody.
I thought I was just super behind on the stream. I was like, "What drawing is he talking about?" Okay.
I'll do like a little quick sketch for Riley to kind of show what I'm seeing, like what I'm seeing in my head or the composition, and
Fuck. That's so sick, bro. Shit. What are you doing? Don't do this to me.
Why? This is fun.
Dude. I mean, I'm behind, so I'm only now seeing you draw his Mac 10 in his hand, and just you drawing a Mac 10 is sick.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I think
No,
I know what a
dude.
Mac 10 looks like, but then I actually try.
Well, you kind of get it. It's just a box with a long handle in the middle, and
Sure.
that's it. That's all you need.
But thank you very much for the kind words about Moon. Even like it's good to hear that because we worked so hard on it, and just trying to channel that I don't know what the word is. It's just like I know it's good in my heart, but then it feels really good to have people say it, and it is kind of a big swing, with the concept and the delivery. So, thank you for saying that. It means a lot.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. No, I went to a big used bookstore, and they had some copies in there. And when I bought, I'm trying to find all the covers, and I brought it up, and it had I think it was issue two of your cover of the girl with her head open and all the characters spilling out,
Oh yeah.
and the girl, like a young high schoolish girl, was working there, all in pink, and she was kind of like fun or whatever, and she goes, what is that book? And I told her the whole thing, and she was like, I'm gonna go get all of them, and she went and got them, and I was like, cool. And she didn't feel like the type of person who was into comics, like it wasn't a comics thing. It was just I
Sure.
like that image. I want to read whatever that is, and it was pretty cool. So I think I don't know, but it has that kind of spirit that would reach a wider audience than just your typical comic book people. So I
Well,
think that's cool.
that's awesome. Thank you, and I hope you're right. I feel that way too.
I
Um,
also too, yeah,
Thank you, Sean. That means a lot. Sean says, I'd much rather have artists risk failure and take a huge swing at something rather than playing it safe and staying in our lane.
that's true.
Yeah, man. I mean, what can I say? That's what I that's what we were going for. Me and Riley both. Um, uh, Jake is all of us right now. Yeah. Owen's reviews is commenting on the fact that I sometimes I forget to switch my camera. This happens a lot, Jake, on the stream, where I get into the zone and I really don't
Yeah.
realize that I'm not drawing for the people, but rather just myself. So it's something
Like, we
I'm.
would love to see what you're drawing, and you're like, trust me, it's amazing. And they're like, oh, okay.
I just imagine like I see the chat, because like everybody's like in all caps, like switch the camera, and I obviously I can't hear them, and then when I see all those, I just imagine all these like people like watching live their precious time, looking at their phone or at their TV or their iPad or however they're watching Friday with DDubs, just yelling, like yelling out loud to somebody that cannot hear
What?
them.
And you're going like, I can't believe it. This might be the best thing I've ever drawn.
There have been some times where I'm like, heck yeah, this looks awesome, and just nobody can see it except me.
And they're like, I guess we'll take your word for it. And you're like, yeah. And then you finally switch it, yeah. And they're like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh yeah, cool. To the viewers' credit, to the people, the DDubs crew, um, people are the viewers of this channel are very passionate, and I've had people from all over walks of life, um, say hello or like sorry, come to signings, and actually I'm talking to the camera now. It's just me, but uh, like for instance, I met a viewer of the channel at a signing that I did at Golden Apple Comics on Tuesday afternoon. Rudy, fellow guitar player Rudy, I did a sketch on his Ibanez guitar, a Murder Falcon sketch. It was super cool. So it was great to see him and to like shake his hand and like I met a few people on the YouTube's channel, but Rudy gifted me a book about of different chord inversions because we both play guitar. So I have it. It's in my living room now, and instead of working today, Rudy, I played guitar for like 45 minutes, just coming up with new chord voicings and came up with new song ideas from the book that you gifted me. That means so much, man. Thank you to Rudy. Thank you to everybody that said hello at that signing. It's so sorry. That's a very long-winded way to say I'm very thankful for the people here. And it's cool to see in a positive way the digital realm kind of come into the regular life, if that makes sense. So, okay, I'm done. Back to drawing. Sorry,
Oh, that's
Jake.
awesome.
I just had to
No,
wax
that looked
poetic
that I
about.
saw a couple of pictures from that signing. It looked super cool. That looks. You did. How many sketches did you do at that thing? Do you think?
Well, how I usually do it is I will, um, how I usually work it out is I will. Sorry, I can't like multitask. I'm putting in a Gnib in my thing. 1 second. Actually,
Oh, you're
okay,
good.
sorry. Okay, 1 sec, Jake.
Yeah, no problem.
So what I usually do is if at this point people have a lot of my books, and the people that are spending time to come out to a signing, they will bring everything that they have of mine, and so Sometimes there'll be like a stack of like this big of it's like about a little under a foot of like books and hardcovers and things like that. So I say, you get a doodle in one of these. You pick which one. That's usually how I do it. Sometimes there's been a few times where things have been so crazy that I haven't been able to really doodle at all, but I do try and do like at least something really quick in one of their books. So I don't know how many people were in line, but there were a lot, and it was a whirlwind. So, and
I mean, I saw the like lineup of all the extremities. So he posted some picture with like 7 extremities in a row, and I was like, and it looked like it kept going, but it looked like you were doing like a piece of each one.
Sorry. So the reason I was in Los Angeles is because Felix Comic Art, my art rep, and I are doing this project where we ordered a bunch of special extremity artist editions that came out. We ordered a bunch of blank cover versions or sketch cover versions of an actual like artist edition. And
I see.
he brought, we bought a bunch, and he brought all of them, and I think there were 55, and I sketched on 49 of them.
Wow.
So, and that was in 2.5 days.
That's crazy.
It was, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna do that is.
Yeah.
Because they're each like 11 by 17 sketches. Like.
Oh, dude, yeah, I could not tell that from because I thought you were at just a regular signing, so I thought they were just book size. But
so I did do like a regular signing at Golden Apple.
Okay, those are 2 different.
Yes, sorry. So like
Gotcha.
when I'm in LA,
sorry.
Well, when I'm in LA, I do like to do a signing and say hello to people and support a comic shop, and
that's cool.
So I don't know if you can see this, Jake, but I'm working with
probably not yet
a G-nib right now.
Are you still inking Robo Wolf?
Yes.
Okay, I'm at his collar. You're probably past that by now.
Oh wow, this is a very nice pen. A nib, I should say. Everyone, I'm trying out new nibs today. I'll show you what they are. They are the Tachikawa G model, Superior Tachikawa. I really like Tachikawa. They're a little more flexible than the Zebra G-nibs. All G-nibs are not made the same. They have different subtleties in all of them. So I didn't know that.
I'm going to write this down as well. I'm taking notes as well.
What are you usually inking with now, Jake?
I use this Pigma. Let me see if you can see. The fine one, and it's so hard to find it here. I have to order it every time. It used to be at like Hobby Lobby, and then they stopped carrying it. And then there was an art store in Kansas City where I used to live that was like the only art store that carried it, and I would come in and buy all of them. And then now I don't live near that art store, so I have to order it. That, and then these I started using this recently, which I kind of like. But I want to get into nibs, so I actually just bought one. So I'm glad you're showing what you use. I actually didn't know you used a nib.
I do sometimes. I don't use all the time, but it's a nice change from the normal from what I usually do. Which I'm usually have like a Pentel, pocket brush pen, and I just usually do that. But I really enjoy using like Japanese.
Yeah, I started getting into old Prophet and Stephen Platt and his inking and all that nib heavy 90s stuff. So I went and bought a nib, and I was like, I want to start doing these cross hatching techniques because I got really into hatching on Godzilla, but to me it's very dirty hatching. Like it's
Sure.
not structured and refined, and I like that super every line is perfectly the same width and everything. But on other artists I like when they just go, who cares about that? So I want to see what I like. So I got a nib on Robo Wolf. I'm gonna experiment with that and like kind of I don't know interchange it. 'Cause some days I'm feeling like being clean, and some days I'm feeling kind of nasty. You know.
Yeah, I know that very well. Um, I'm more air on the
I know
side
that's
of
very.
nasty, but I know exactly what you're talking about for sure.
Yeah. You wake up more often than not feeling nasty. I know it's yeah. I feel you.
So, all right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my trip to California, and you can chime in at any point, Jake.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Um, I took my family to Disneyland, which was a awesome. And I have been once before. My kids have been a few times before me. Um, and it's have you been to Disneyland? It's pretty awesome.
I've been to Disneyland. I have been to World, but not the land.
Okay, we usually when we if we think about doing it, we default to Disneyland because it's just a little easier to handle. Um, it's like Disney World it's like really spread out and stuff. But anyway, also we love LA, and I usually can figure out some work things with my art rep who's out there. Um, we went, and my family came home, and I stayed in Los Angeles so I could work with Felix on this project. And Felix picked me up from the hotel right outside of Disneyland, and I was kind of like gearing myself up because I knew that I was gonna have to draw my tushy off like as soon as I was done having fun at Disney,
Yeah.
which was kind of an intense feeling. But one thing that helps me with that is if I know I have like a crap ton of work, like as soon as I can possibly finish it, or so as soon as I can possibly start, I want to start. Like I want to start making a dent as early as
Yeah.
possible. So
That's a
actually,
good way to be.
I asked Felix to please bring me 10 copies, and I drew on 4 of them on the ride from Anaheim to Felix's neighborhood, which is
Ellen.
a little closer
Yeah.
to downtown LA. And
Wow.
so
Man.
I just penciled them. I didn't ink them, but that felt really good. I drew
That's
for
awesome.
like 4 hours straight after that, and then
Damn.
got some food, and that night we went to go see Robot Jocks. Have you seen that movie?
No, what movie?
Robot Jocks.
No, I don't think I've heard of it.
Ooh, okay. So great movie. It's the same guy who did Reanimator.
Oh, oh, nice.
He made this movie about these robot battles that
Hell
basically
yeah.
determine the fate of like different countries. So instead of war, it's like post-apocalyptic future. Instead of going to war,
Yeah.
they fight each other with big robots.
Hell yeah, dude. As it should be. No.
And it's got a lot of stop motion. The script is pretty silly, but it's definitely worth it. And getting to see it in the theater, I had never seen it before. Uh, so Felix was like, "You have to see it. If you're gonna see it, you have to see it in the theater." So saw it in the theater,
That's
and it was
awesome.
amazing and very inspirational. And it's a cheesy movie. Like I would not call it like a traditionally good movie, but it is definitely worth your time.
Oh, oh, I'll check it out. What is it? It's still in theaters,
It
probably.
is. Oh no, this is like this is an old movie. This is like 80.
Oh, like they were playing
Sorry,
it.
yes.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, this is brand new, Daniel? You're like, no. Oh, hey, I'll be right back. My wife is waiting outside. The door is locked. I need to let her in.
no worries. Family calling. That's is a
But you can
meal.
probably still hear me because I'm on my Bluetooth.
We know all about family duties here in the channel.
Oh.
All right, let's see.
All right. She's safely inside. Don't worry.
All right, so here's the sketch so far. We got
Oh man,
in the sketchbook.
it looks so good.
Just a little something for fun, you know?
I'm to his glasses being inked.
So, in LA, the next day, I drew a bunch, had some good food again. And we hung out at, we went to go see Once Upon a Time in China 2. Great kung fu flick with Jet Li and Donnie Yen, a young Donnie Yen.
Oh, nice.
That was really fun. And then on Wednesday we went to go see Gravity, which was playing at the Academy Theater.
Oh, cool.
And we saw it in 3D. Speaking of glasses, and it was a good time.
Pizza's here.
Thank you. It was. We'll end with this story because I do think it's hilarious. It is a little embarrassing, but you know, I'm trying to be an honest. I'm trying. Honesty is the best policy, and it's a good story. So,
yes.
They gave us these nice 3D glasses to watch at the Academy Theater, and everybody is wearing black, and you can't eat popcorn in the theater because it's like it's a beautiful theater, but it's a little stuff, you know, like it's like elevated theater going experiences, and it was a pleasurable experience, but I really had to go to the bathroom, and I had my glasses on top of my head above my regular glasses, like over my baseball cap.
Yeah.
I leaned over to flush the toilet, and the glasses fell right into the toilet.
No.
I don't know if anybody else has dropped their IMAX 3D
I've never
glasses
even
into
thought
the
of that
toilet,
happening. I bet you didn't either. I bet as it was falling, you were like, "I've never thought of that this could happen. This is happening."
you know, every once in a while you'll hear somebody in a bathroom stall cursing mightily. That was me, because I was like, the movie was about to start, you know, and I'm like, what the heck do I do?
Wow. Did you tell someone you were like, "Hey, I dropped them in. Can I have new ones?" Or did they go get those? Or did you fish them out?
Okay, so there was like one little piece of like one around like an ear section that was sticking out like a skinny island. So I grabbed it, you know, I shook it, you know, tried to
it a little bit,
keep it
and
from
put it right back up.
And so I was like, I didn't know what to do, because I was like, okay, they probably clean these, right? Because I could just get a new one.
Yeah.
Be like, no big deal. Don't need to tell anybody. But I honestly don't know. I don't know the protocol for cleaning 3D glasses. Like, is it some poor schmuck that's like, you know, just cleaning the eye parts and nothing else? Or like, do they spray them all? Does it go through a special machine? Is it like a eye dishwasher kind of thing? And I was like, I don't want some poor guy to be wearing my toilet glasses a week from now.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Like, if they just dust them off in 1 second and give them back to the next. Yeah.
So I had to come clean. I was like, I'm so sorry. Can I get new glasses? And she was like, yeah, no problem. Here you go. I'll take those old ones. I'm like, actually, is there a place I could put these?
I drop them in the toilet. And
So she said, and I came clean, and she's like, oh, okay. Well, they get a deep clean. Don't worry about that. Put them in the bin, and it'll be okay. And she said, she said, thank you for telling me. And then I was like, I think I did the right thing.
Thank you for telling me. Some people don't. They just keep it to themselves.
My buddy Tyrell, I told him this story, and he was like, you should have just thrown them away and got a new one. Because they're like, you know, they're probably like 75 cents to make, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't even think of that. I should have thought of that.
No, I think you did the right thing.
Okay, well, my pizza is here. It's time for me to go. Here's my
Oh
drawing
man,
of Robo Wolf.
dude.
All right, tell people when it comes out exactly again.
Yeah, Robo Wolf issue 1 comes out May 21st through Dark Horse, and yeah, let your comic shops know. It's my first series, like writing, drawing that's coming out in stores as a series and not an OGN. So,
Art. Um.
dude, that looks so good.
Oh, thank you. Here's some. Oh, my kids are
Oh,
making me Valentines now. They're dropping them off. It's
oh,
time for me to.
they
It's
love
time
their
for me
dad.
to go. Thank you everybody for being here. Thanks Jake for coming. Sorry I forgot your name
Yeah,
for 5 seconds.
no,
Pick up
no.
pick up Robo Wolf. Be good to each other. See you next week. And for everybody who came out to the signing in LA, thank you so much for coming and saying hello. It really means a lot. You're all the best. I'll talk to you in a week. We are signing off. I am going to see you later. My headphones are stuck in
Bye.
Oh, now they're wrapped around the. Hold on, my headphone. Gosh darn it! Hold on. And know what? You wonder how I. You wonder how I dropped my 3D glasses in the toilet. Gosh
I'm what's known as a klutzy guy.
darn it! I am an absolute klutz. Bye bye, everyone.